Guys, Brothers Green here, well Josh and Brothers Green, and I want to do something I've never done before. This is a video response to a video update from Nico's Kitchen. If you guys don't know who Nico's Kitchen is, go check out Nico. He's an Australian chef, has a YouTube channel, huge channel, like 800,000 subscribers. He's been doing it for a very long time. Does a lot of good recipes, stuff like recreations of fast food and like quick budget meals and a lot of cool stuff. But recently Nico put out an update talking about how he has this health issue, and the health issue has been, I think, for about like a month now. It's been a long time. He hasn't put out a video in a while. It's been really affecting him. I don't remember the name of the term, but he's been really dizzy, hasn't been able to function properly, hasn't been able to play with his kids, hasn't been able to put out recipes, really can't do anything. And I just wanted to say, Nico, first off, it is really bold and courageous of you to put out this video response talking about how you have stress and extreme anxiety and you feel like someone's like holding a gun to your head. Just to be that honest is very rare, especially on YouTube. I feel like a lot of people are kind of putting on these fronts, so I admire you for the honesty. It takes a lot of freaking guts to get up there and to talk to your fans about how you have this health issue, and just to express yourself, you know, in a real vulnerable way. So amen to you, my good friend, who is not really a friend, but I feel like we're friends, you know, because we're all doing the same thing, trying to inspire people to cook. But what I really wanted to bring up to Nico and also to anyone else that may have had any kind of similar issues or any big issues, especially health issues that change things. I know when it's happening, if you're going through something, if you get extremely sick, I'm saying this because I actually got sick, it was pretty extreme, but for 4 days, and I rarely get sick, and it kind of reminded me of what happens whenever something happens to you, whether you have to undergo a surgery or you have a sickness or an illness that really affects you and changes things a lot in your life. The one biggest thing that I have learned is that sometimes you need these experiences. When life is just going and it's kind of going along a straight path, like so, things are going well, keeping things steady and smooth, sometimes you tend to get into these sort of habits. And you might not even realize it, but your body creates these conditions and habits that make you kind of go in a straight line. And it can be really hard to break out of those things because honestly, you're not even aware of it. You're doing your work, you're doing your job, you're in a relationship, whatever it might be, whatever something near and dear to you, sometimes you kind of get stuck in this path, you know? Even if it's a good path, sometimes it gets a little bit, you know, stale or tough. So a lot of times when big things happen to you, like a health issue, sometimes it's there, I believe, to show you another way. Say maybe you can't, say you're a YouTuber like us and you can't put out a video for a month. It may be really frustrating, and you know, speaking especially to you, Nico, it may be really frustrating because you want to put out these videos, you have lots of fans that rely on counting you, but it's always also just a chance to try something new, you know? Sometimes taking a big step away from something allows you to reapproach it from a new perspective. Maybe you've learned something while you're away, maybe you have a new sort of inspiration. This happens to me a lot when I don't play guitar for a while, because I play music pretty much every day, but sometimes I'll go on vacation, I won't have an instrument, and then when I come back to it, I get to look at it from a whole new perspective. Maybe I'm a little bit rusty, maybe my fingers don't quite work the same way they're working, but you take a few minutes or a day or whatever and you get right back into it, but you have a new perspective. Things are fresh, maybe you're trying new things, and I think this might seem a little bit strange if you haven't gone through this before, but what I'm really trying to get at is when something big in life happens, you need to take that chance, seize that opportunity to not just be, you know, frustrated, or to be lost. And even though while it's happening maybe you may be lost, but this is me saying that even if you feel like you're lost and you don't know what to do, just know that when you start to feel better, you'll be able to reapproach, you know, your whole life in a really cool, new, fresh perspective. And I think that sometimes life does that to you. It's like, okay, listen, we're gonna do this thing to shift you off, but from that, something new will come. Like in Nico's case, maybe Nico, you know, you've been doing these videos for 7 years, for a long time. And maybe it's a chance to try something new, to think about a new way of, you know, expressing those videos. Or maybe now you're not gonna, you know, have the same approach to them. Or maybe you keep going on and doing what you're doing and just get right back on. That's great. But I really think it's a chance to try something new. You know, you're gonna be really inspired when you finally can do videos again. Maybe it's gonna have you think of new ideas, or maybe videos that teach people how to, you know, cook healthy food in a specific way, you know, to avoid certain ailments, because you know, food really is a very powerful medicine, and if you're putting good food into your body, and you're taking care of yourself, a lot of really good things will happen. And I know this from experience. A lot of the food we cook might seem like fast food recreations and things like that, but all we're trying to do is reconnect people to food. And I wouldn't have gotten into this had I not realized that a lot of people need that. A lot of people eat fast food every day, and they want to have some sort of, change. They don't know how to get away from it. So you show them how to make fast food first, and then who knows where that's going to go. It's just going to connect you to food. And the body and the mind, they have a lot of really interesting, wild ways of making things work for you. It's like you look at the universe and it's all out there. The whole world's out there, and we're always in here trying to like fight and be like, oh, everything's against me, or everything's outside of me. But it's really not the case. And call me weird and crazy for having this perspective, but what I see and what I believe is that the whole world is working for all of us. And if you're willing to take on that perspective and really think about it, you realize that all these external things that may trigger you, that may seem to be, out there against you, they're actually working for you. So when something comes in, something makes you sick and throws you off, it's just a new chance to rise above it, to learn something new about yourself, learn something new about your health. Maybe there's something you've been wanting to change, but you didn't have that jump kick. I had a friend recently who has been trying to get into working out and taking care of his body, and for a long time he couldn't do it, and then lo and behold, he's skiing and he really badly injures his knee and had to get knee surgery, and it was really depressing. He's like, I can't play music now, I can't run, I can't do all these things. And it's like, sure, for a little while you're going to be hurt and you're going to be out of it, but if you think outside the box and you are creative and you do realize that these things happen for you, then maybe that's your first opportunity to really start taking care of yourself, to realize, hey, my body is a wonderland. And John Mayer, you had it correct. And sometimes you just need to look at that perspective and say, hey, I really need to start taking care of myself. And it might take something big, something dramatic, like really hurting your knee and having to get surgery to make you restart fresh. But if you stay strong and stay positive, eventually, I promise you that things will get better. You just need to take that positive mindset and learn from everything that happens from you. Never see things just, ultimately as just bad and pointless. Remember that everything is there for you to make you a better person, to challenge you, to make you grow, and to think different. Sometimes takes something big to happen. I hope this maybe helped someone out there. Nico, thank you so much for being honest with your update. It was really, really bold. I never see that on YouTube. So I commend thee, and I hope you're feeling better, and I know that you will start to feel better, and your videos will get better and better and better than ever. Keep rocking, keep doing what you do. Everyone out there, you're amazing. Thank you guys for watching and spreading the love, and I hope that life treats you as well as it treats me.